Hi there, it's John from Commercial Real Estate Online. Welcome to the program. This is another video for my friends in commercial real estate all over the world. In this changing property market, and I'm now talking in mid-2023, there's lots of opportunity out there as things change and settle down in many locations. So I've chosen a topic today which relates to your client base, parts of it, most particularly property investors. So what I'm giving you here are some questions which relate to working with property investors, asking questions of new property investors as you engage with them or talk with them. So check out this particular program. It is in audio, so you'll be able to go through this and just listen to it over a coffee, make your notes, note the questions, and then use the questions as you engage with property investors for potential new business. And really, that's what it's all about. So I'll leave you with the program to listen to and take this, use this. I'll catch you at the other end just to emphasize the key facts in this program. I'll catch you at the other end. Establishing a blueprint for yourself in commercial brokerage particularly regards property investors. Of course, they are your targeted clients and should be. But what is your blueprint for engaging with them? What consistency can you put into a plan to find those people, engage with those people, and generate listings from that? Now, many real estate agents struggle with the whole planning process because the consistency just falls away. If you are looking to really do something to grow your business over time, there is one word to seriously think about, and that will be consistency. Now, there are a couple of clients that are valuable and easily found in commercial real estate as part of prospecting for new business. So there are two groups, and they are the investors and then the business owners. So those two groups are distinctly different, but of course you can offer services to each. Both categories of people will transact real estate for many different reasons and in different ways. To make those groups your source code for new listings, there are things to think about. And I go back to that word, consistency. Talk to those people in groups every day. Build your calling process, your telephone prospecting process around that. Talk to people in those groups. So, how can you do that? The groups are differently motivated, as will be the trigger points for a sale or lease. The groups are the business owners in your location and the property investors or current property owners in your location. So what can you do to reach more people in each group? You may say that you are focusing on property investors at the moment, and that's good. But don't forget the business owners as well. The business owner is typically looking for business growth and stability. They want to sell, lease, or buy property as part of their business stability. Many businesses need properties to operate from. They can lease, they can buy. On the other hand, the investor is looking into the future and the investment elements of property ownership that may be attractive to them. So what is your preferred property type by location and by group? And then think about how you are engaging with them and what your consistent blueprint of approach can be, will be, or is actually at the moment. If you're doing something at the moment with those groups, then I will ask you this question. How can you improve your engagement processes with property investors and or business owners? So let's look at that. Property investor type clients. In focusing on the property investors of your location, have a prospecting system for that client identification. Having a prospecting service that or solution that is active every day in what you're doing. It's very valuable to you. Winning the interest of property clients will always be centred on relevance and timing. Some investors simply don't want to do things now or in the future regards their property investments. But until such time as the tipping point happens, they won't do anything. That's why your connection process is so important in the ongoing way. That is your relevance to the market, the investors and the location. What timing factors apply to property investors will always be unique, so you should contact investors daily. You don't know when they reach that tipping point, that requirement, that particular idea that's fired them up to do something. Generating new property conversations daily is therefore essential to locate property investors for commercial real estate. And when I say commercial, I mean office, industrial and retail. In addition, researching various areas, streets and buildings can aid in identifying individuals who either own commercial property or are interested in investing in it. So identifying individuals is an ongoing research process, and that can be part of your business day and should be. Some of that research will be long and protracted because finding the individual who owns a property can take some time, but that's okay. That's why your system supports your process, and your system is starting with the address of the property, finding out the ownership, trying to locate that person for a conversation, maybe an email, maybe a letter, whatever is required to get the conversation going. When it comes to the research aspect of your real estate workday, it requires a significant amount of focus and investigation. The top agents do that. Staying organised is crucial as you review property locations and ownership details and engage with conversations. Staying organised. It's a big issue. It's a simple phrase, but I should add that word again, consistency. With diligence and consistency, property investors can be located. So let's look at the aspect of questions and answers, assuming, of course, that you are engaging with people. When talking with a property investor for the first time, some questions or focus points help gather the correct information. Check out these questions and build your conversations around them. These questions that I'm going to give you now, take your notes from this and then build your questions around your engagement processes as you talk to new people every day. Here we go. Do you have any leasing requirements and vacancies to fill? Always check this first. It is a primary service point where you can help with activity and market information. Next. Is there a property upgrade or shift that may work for you, given your current property portfolio and the existing property market? Next. What types of properties do you prefer to purchase? That will be office, industrial or retail. New, refurbished or redundant? The next question. What budgets do you have for purchasing other property? Maybe some timing aspects as well. Price ranges are subjective to the property type, and you will be working with degrees of millions of dollars. How would you categorize your property buyers into price ranges today? Well, I guess to answer that question, you need to think about the typical price ranges that exist within the property type. As an example, I work with and have worked with shopping centres. So the price ranges for shopping centres in my prospecting database would be up to $10 million, between $10 and $30 million, and then over $30 million, and lastly, over $100 million. So the categories work. You have to decide how they work for your property types, be it industrial, retail, or office type properties. And if you work with office type properties, recognise the changes in the market at the moment, particularly with the shift of office type tenants to move to a more mobile workforce. That means less office space. It also means relocations, and you can help with that. The next question: how long do you like to hold investment property in your portfolio? Typically that will be some years, because most property investors tend to sit on the property until they can see a reasonable capital gain, and then they roll that property over into something else. The next point: what precincts or zones of property would be your preference in any purchase or investment change? There will be a primary zone and a secondary zone. The last question: what information can you provide regarding the local property market today to the person you're going to talk to? What information can you give them? That could be in prices, rents, supply, demand, or availability. Maybe even time on market. A true property investor of commercial real estate, commercial investment property, will be interested in prices, rents, supply, demand, and availability. They will like to talk. So be prepared to talk, and you will need that information around you that you can share when it comes to every conversation. Now, that conversation could be across the telephone, or it could be in a meeting, whatever it is. So asking the right questions can yield valuable information, catalysing some property change and some more effective communication. Asking the right questions at the right time with the right people. I'm going to throw that word back in here again: consistency. Consistency in your approach to the right people. Most of the people you talk to today will not have a property need, focus, or change catalyst. But if you stay with them for the long term, and by that I mean years, you'll find more people continually who get to the tipping point when it comes to a property transaction, sale, lease, or purchase. In any way, in either way, you can help them. Conversations with property investors can be deepened with each subsequent interaction to foster progress, process, and growth. Now, the word process. What is your process in your blueprint for engagement with property investors? The question is so real, so relevant. Today's property market is changing. Seize the market for what it is. It is a great market for those agents that are diligent, direct, consistent, and professional. Think about each of those words, because those words will help you do more with what you're doing. As a local agent, you can provide valuable information, assistance, and guidance to property investors looking to invest or make changes to their portfolios. Recognise the lease decision, the buy decision, the sell decision. Your market intelligence and insights can help those people to make informed property decisions. So in this particular topic, there are so many things that you can do. I would encourage you to listen to this program again and open up the opportunities of engagement and real estate agency professionalism. Enjoy the momentum. And so this particular program has a focus for you which you now understand. Property investors as a segment of your market. I did say to you in the program that you can work with property investors and also business owners. So there's two sides of the same coin, and that's where the business actually is most of the time. If you're looking to grow and thrive as an agent, you'll find the business in those two buckets, or two bins, if you like, of client activity. I know there's other business out there, and of course go and chase that as well. But concentrate on business owners and property investors. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed the aspects of today's program. Use these ideas, do something with it, and I'll catch you in the next show. And of course, you can follow the link from this particular program to check out the article which tells you more about the strategies that I've shared here with you today. So check it out, learn it, work with it, and I'll catch you in the next video show. The website for us, by the way, is commercial-realestate-training.com. Catch you there.